Happy 4th of July, everyone. America's celebrating Independence Day today. We've gone from 1776 until now as the greatest nation on earth. And happy Independence Day to everyone out there. It's a time of cause for celebration. I want to pose the question, do you really understand what the 4th of July or Independence Day is all about? I was talking with a young man the other day, and he was asking questions about military and police, and can they just come kick anybody's door in that they want to, or whatever. I told him that's where you need to know what the Constitution says and the Bill of Rights. And we kept talking, and I got out my laptop, and I had downloaded a copy of the Bill of Rights and also a copy of the Constitution, and I went over the Bill of Rights and explained that to him, and he never had. I don't know if it's something they just don't teach in schools today compared to what they did back in the 70s and early 80s, but he really didn't understand what the Bill of Rights was about, and I explained it to him and told him that's how you know. I said, you've got to know what your rights are so that you know what you are entitled to, are not entitled to, what protection is afforded under the Constitution. It was real interesting, challenge even for me too, because I hadn't talked to anyone who didn't understand what those basic rights were. And we had a good talk. I encourage you to go out on the internet and look for the Constitution and read it, and read the Bill of Rights, especially the first 10 amendments to the Constitution that talk about freedom of press, the freedom of speech, your right to keep and bear arms, your freedom of religion. The state cannot establish a religion, but they can't prohibit it either. You have a right, and you really have to know what your rights are. And also, I encourage you to read some about your history, about how the nation was founded, all the great things that have came about since our founding. We have a great nation. Unfortunately, we're giving up our liberties and our freedoms that are guaranteed under the Constitution. We're compromising it. People don't realize with every law that's passed, you're losing a freedom somewhere. Now you may not, for instance, typically every state has a law you must wear a seat belt. Now I wear my seat belt. I don't think that's necessarily a bad law. But what you got to understand is that you no longer have the right to choose whether or not to wear a seat belt. That freedom is given up. And it's little things like that. People think every law would be good and beneficial for this or for that. But you really got to put your brain into it and think about it. Is this really going to be of benefit to me, to our country? So before we get on the bandwagon with any law that's passed, we really need to see what it's about and see if it's something we can truly support or not. But I do encourage you to break out a copy of the Bill of Rights, read the Constitution, understand how our nation is set up, how it's run, and you can see better how to be involved with your local politicians, your senators, your representatives. So those are just my thoughts for this 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.